Hello and welcome to the next video in JavaScript Basics series about strings. Today we will cover first of the stringed object methods. We are going to cover all of the methods in alphabetical order. So the first in order is charAt. Let's get to it. The charAt method returns the character at the specified index in a string. The index, or a position, if you will, of the first character is 0. The second character's index is 1, and so on. The last character has an index equal to length of string minus 1. Let's check it out in the example number 1. There are few cases when charAt method returns an empty string. One of them is if you provide negative value as an index. The other one is if you provide positive value, which is equal or greater than the actual length of the string. Let's see that in the example number 2. Okay, so in this example, on the line 14, we are trying to output negative index. The result is that we get the empty string. In lines 15 and 16, we are trying to access the index that is out of range of the given string. It is because the last character of the string is at the index number 4. In the second example, we can clearly see that all of the used indexes are out of range for our string. Therefore, the resulting value is empty string. If the value given as index cannot be converted to the integer, or you provide no index value at all, the default value of 0 is used instead. Let's see how that works in the example number 3. On the line 20, we are trying to pass character capital H as an index, which is not an integer value. Therefore, the default value of 0 is used instead. The same applies at line 21. Not a number is, by definition, not a number. So, again, the default number 0 is used instead. It is important to mention that the returned value is a new string primitive value consisting of the single UTF-16 code unit. What does that mean? Well, we already mentioned that some characters are composed of more than one code unit. So if the character at the specified index consists of more than one code unit, you will not get the actual character, but only a portion of it, specifically code unit value at the given position. Let's see how it works in the example number 4. In this example, we have our good old thumbs up icon. Just to make sure that it still consists of two code units, we first output its length. And its length is still 2. Then we are trying to access the specific indexes. But because thumbs up icon consists of two code units, by using charAt, we only get code unit value at the specific index. This is obviously an issue for us. Fortunately, we already solved it in the previous video about stringed object property length. If you did not see the video, go watch it. But in short, we need to convert our string value into an array using spread syntax. Then, we can use square brackets notation with the original index as if we used the charAt method. Let's make sure that it actually works. Great, so it works. But this brings us to a question. Why use the charAt method when in some edge cases it fails miserably? In the past, 10 years ago or so, the square notation was not implemented in all major browsers. Greetings to Internet Explorer. So you did not really have a choice. If you needed your code to be universally working, you had to use the string object method. Fortunately for us, those old days are long gone, and there is no real reason not to use square brackets notation everywhere. That way, you treat the string as an array-like object and all will be good and dandy. There are, however, some minor differences in the result of some edge cases, which we will cover in the last example. So at the end of the day, all that you need to take into account is which kind of edge case behavior fits your use case better and stick to that one. Okay, that's enough of a talk. Let's see the actual differences in action. All these differences are stemming from the implementation of the specific solution. By default, charAt returns the first character of a string if not given proper index value. On the other hand, default behavior for accessing index not initialized within an array is to return undefined. Simply because the value at the given index was indeed not yet defined. Okay, that's it for this episode. We have covered the first of almost 40 string object methods. Hopefully, you learned something interesting and enjoyed the lesson. Thank you very much for your attention, and I will see you in the next video.